Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss about embossing. As you have discussed in the last class about the various operations like blanking, piercing, trimming, shearing operations. So these are the next very important operations of press tools are embossing operations. Okay, you might have seen number plates on the vehicles, letters on the boards. Okay, so these are the examples for the embossing operations. Okay. So where it is a tool used to press the letters and numbers into the sheet metal. Basically in sheet metal operations we require punch and die. Punch is a male part and die is a female part. Okay. So here the punch will have the raised form and die will have the corresponding cavities. Okay. So this is the embossing operations. You can see in the figure the punch will have the raised impressions of the letters, whereas the die has the pockets or the cavities of same impressions. So next is coining operations. So coining operation is a process of pressing cold materials in a tool so that it flows into the engraved profiles on the die face. Okay. Here we are having profiles where the examples are the coins, what you see in the coins on the both side, or it may be seen in the keys. Here we are having the profiles are engraved on both the punch and dies. In between the punch and dies we are going to place the sheet metal. Thereby there is a material deformation will takes place. Okay. So embossing differ from the coining operation such that coining the metal flows, whereas in embossing the material will not deform. Okay. Material will not changes its thickness. Here it is changes in thickness will takes place. So next is drawing operations. So drawing operation, here the flat blanks are converted into a cup shape of products or shells. It may be you might have been observed in the cups, tea cups, or so many kitchen utensils, all these things. Okay. So here the parent material is being subjected to severe plastic deformations. There will be changes in the plastic deformation takes place. Next is bending. Okay. So what we are seeing the bending, here also the punch is of shape. In between die we are placing a flat sheet metal which converts after applying the force, it is going to make the bending on the sheet metal. So bending is shaping the materials around a straight axis which extends completely across the materials. Here the metal will be flowing uniformly along the bend axis. Okay. We will be having a bend axis, okay, along the line of bend. Okay. Next one is forming operations. The forming operation is also similar to the bending, but only change is that the line of bend here it is not along the straight line, it's along the curvilinear paths. Okay, curved axes. Okay, so here metal flow is not so uniform, it vary with the direction to directions, place to place. So the example for the forming operations are your car bodies, sheet metal bodies. where the curvilinear paths are being formed. Okay. So these all come under the forming operations. So next we will go with the next topic, that is classification of press working dies. The major classifications of press working dies are as follows. The very first one is single operation or stage tool. Here it is single operations. The single means only one operation is carried at one time. Okay. These dies will perform the single operation on sheet metal during each press stroke. Okay. It may be any one operations, blanking, piercing, notching, drawing, any other operation, but only one operation will be at a time. Okay. So a word itself it is the single operation or single stage tool. Next we go with the progressive dies. Here in a progressive tools, it performs two or more operations. Okay. Two or more operations at different stages every time the press ram descends. Okay. There will be a ram which will be applying the force, okay, with help of on punch side. Here in the progressive press tools or the progressive dies, we are having multiple operations. Multiple operations you can see in the figure. Okay. So there blanking has to be done and as well as piercing also has to be done. So it is going to take, in order to manufacture, in order to produce such components, we should have go for the progressive dies. Okay. As the stocks strip is advanced through a series of stations that performs one or more distinct press working operations on the workpiece. So here the workpiece is going to move from first station to another stations for completing the entire product. Okay. Here in this blank, in this product, so first they are going to consider two piercing operations and second stage, second step, it is going to take out the entire blank is going to be cut. Next we will see the compound dies. Compound dies, it will be the same, but here two operations but in a one stroke. Okay. Earlier in progressive die we are having two operations at different stages, but in compound dies all the two operations are being performed in a single strokes of the press. For example, you can see here the component is of washer. Okay. So it can be made through progressive also and even in the compound die also. Okay. In the compound die, at one time both blanking operation and piercing operation is going to be takes place. So next we will go with the combination dies. Combination dies which performs combination of one cutting operation and one forming operations. It may be any drawing operations. Okay. So like that. Okay, you can see in this figure, example is given, the blanking is followed by the drawing operations. Okay. So these operations are being called as a combination dies. Two or more such as forming, drawing, extruding, embossing may be combined with each other with various cutting operations such as blanking, piercing, broaching operation, cut off operations. Okay, all these things. So next we will see about the cutting force. Okay. So the cutting force is depend on the various materials to material is going to change, as well as it changes with the thickness of sheet. Okay. So thickness of sheet will be there. Cutting force which has to act on the stock material in order to cut out the blank or slug. Okay. In order to make the product, in order to cut, in order to shear the product, we have to apply the force. Okay, cutting force has to be used to get the product. So thereby the cutting force is going to deciding the press capacities. Press capacity means how much of capacity is required. It may be in terms of tons. It is measured 5 tons, 10 tons, 15 tons of press capacity will be there. Okay. If you once you find out the cutting force,